Fight commentary breakdown here. We have Don Frye versus Akebono.
The great Don Frye.
Yeah.
The Predator.
Who has the shorts, the American shorts.
Yeah.
And Akebono. Is that Yamasaki as the judge in the middle? Or?
No,
Okay.
no. This is great, though. I love the theater that's going into this right now.
They're just like, it's like they can't even wait to just start fighting.
Don Frye's performance-enhancing mustache.
That's right. It adds about 3 karma of chi or something like that. And Akebono. Everyone in Japan knows Akebono.
Yeah.
They love him. There was a WWE.
They love giants, right?
They love giants. That's right.
Because I know that Bob Sapp is huge over there, too.
Definitely.
Look at Don Frye's eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Don Frye's got the stare that would just...
There they go. Akebono connects with a few punches to the chin.
Don Frye is literally just like, I'm just going to tense up and throw leather, and I know some of it's going to connect. We're just going to see who lands first. Akebono putting the pressure.
Yeah, look at all the flab, man.
Dude, he can't even grapple with him.
Nope, can't grapple.
Don Frye's just like, I'm going to punch you in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy it. Ooh, Akebono with the shoulder bump.
Yep.
Okay, so Don Frye likes the old dirty boxing, so he'll grab the back of the head and he'll throw an uppercut directly into your chin.
I see. And then
Don Frye, pride of America.
grabbing those love handles.
Yeah, can't even get his hands around Akebono.
It looks like Akebono's bleeding or something, or he's got cut. Oh, good knee by Don Frye.
Can you imagine if there were headbutts? Can you imagine how gnarly this would be?
Headbutts were allowed in early UFC, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Definitely.
Kumo, or what was his name? Chemo utilized headbutts a lot. Look at that, right in the ear. This is Don Frye's specialty. I'm just gonna dirty clinch with you, dirty box with you, and we're just gonna punch each other in the face and see who falls.
Wow.
Akebono is putting all the pressure on him.
Yep.
This is exhausting. It like when you have that much weight pushed against you, it just what happens is your muscles try to push back, and then they fill with blood, and then you can't lift your hands.
Oh, interesting.
Good slip by Don Frye. I've never seen Don Frye slip a punch before. Good job, Don.
And Akebono just keeps pushing him into the corner.
Yeah, I don't know why Don Frye would punch into the midsection of Akebono at all, because it's just like wasted energy.
True. And so, the referee prevented Don Frye from grabbing the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting.
You can tell that both are already getting tired.
Yep.
That's what you need to do. You need to kick that inside leg and then follow up with the cross. That's if you go back and watch how Randy Couture closed the distance against Tim Sylvia. It's just a light tap to the inside leg for distraction purposes mostly. But because these big guys are so worried about their knee joints, they really, really put a lot of emphasis on that.
I see.
And so it usually frees up their chin because they're distracted.
Ooh, great little elbow.
Another prime example of that combo is Dan Henderson versus Michael Bisping, the first fight against at UFC 100. Taps him to the inside leg and follows up with the right cross. Don Frye, here we go. He's thinking about it.
He's thinking about it. Yeah, he tried the kick. He missed them.
Akebono looking for that Muay Thai plum, but then he's like, no. Oof. Just weighing down on him. Don Frye getting gassed.
Yeah.
Got a lot of muscle to feed the oxygen with.
I can imagine Akebono's strategy being better if it were a cage. Because he has more angles to push Don Frye into the cage.
Ooh, coming down over the top.
Wow.
Akebono letting loose. Don Frye needs to stop punching into the lats of Akebono because it's just not... I don't think it's having the gassing effect that he would hope. It's more gassing him.
Was that a kick?
Yeah, the knee to the midsection is fine because you're really delivering a significant amount of punch or force. That will gas out Akebono.
I wonder if they're allowed to go to the ground. Or maybe this is one of those you can only have...
Sometimes they have special rules.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe that's one.
I don't think Don Frye wants to go to the ground either.
He's no Hoist Gracie, so...
Don Frye's like, are you trying to kiss me? No. Don Frye's like, I thought we were going to punch.
That's right.
Don Frye is an American treasure.
I agree.
Look at that. He's got that little inside leg kick down.
Yep. It's understanding.
Oof,
he was trying to, for a second, trying to clinch with.
If Don Frye could just hook that ankle, he really doesn't have to do. He doesn't have to use a lot of force in order to throw Akebono down to the ground.
That's true.
All you have to do is hook the ankle just a tiny little bit, and then twist. All right, so Akebono is smothering him right now.
Yep. I wonder if the rules, if they're stuck clinched in the corner for how many seconds it gets broken up. I seem to see that trend.
Oh.
I think this round's almost over.
Don Frye needs to come up with a game plan to stop those overheads.
Wow, so this fight is going into the second round. There's some replays. Boom!
Good jab.
Boom!
Good cross.
Boom.
There you go. Knee to the midsection. That's totally fine.
And he held it. He definitely felt down.
Felt it, yeah. People think that those can't generate a lot of power, but they can generate a pretty significant amount of power, just about 6 inches. But I don't think it's going to do as much damage as against Akebono as he had hoped. You know, it's like there's the juice worth the squeeze.
Yep.
You know, the expended energy was a cost-price analysis or whatever it is. What do you call that?
Yeah, cost-benefit analysis.
Cost-benefit analysis.
Oh, so it's only 2 rounds. So it's at final. So it's just a 2-round. Ouch.
Got tagged.
Yep.
And Don says,
I don't care. You tag me, I'll tag you back.
Yeah. Don
Oh
Frye.
my goodness. Ooh.
So he's pummeling in order to gain underhooks, but I don't know that helps him out a whole lot in this situation, you know? Underhooks is mostly for, like, if you want to control the body to try and wrestle with him and take him down, but basically what you would do is you would monkey grip behind their back and control their hips and take them down Greco-Roman style. But Don Frye's not even trying to take him down to the ground, so I don't understand why he thinks that underhooks are his best benefit.
I see. I love there's a hand reaching up, being like, get your hands off the ropes.
Don Frye getting a little frustrated.
Yep. Akebono, I think, is getting a little frustrated too.
Don Frye just needs to do some teep kicks right to the midsection. All day.
Jabs, too. Yeah. I like that.
There we go. Stiff jab from Don Frye. There you go. Oh, that was kind of like an accidental headbutt to some degree. So Don is doing a pretty decent job of what he's doing. He's posturing so that he can try and get Akebono's head in a certain position with his head. So he's propping Akebono's head up with his head, and then he'll move quickly and then deliver a punch to the chin.
I see.
A lot of top level wrestlers utilize their head as like a fifth appendage to sort of control. Oh, Akebono's breathing heavy.
Yeah.
But so is Don Frye. He got the look in his eyes like, ooh.
I wonder if he was older.
At this stage, I think Akebono might be a tad bit older.
Yeah, he's breathing heavy.
Yeah.
Just watch him breathe heavy. I'm breathing heavy too.
I'm worried about having a heart attack.
Oh, man. Here they go. Body shots by Don Frye.
Body shots.
There's 2 minutes and 44 seconds. Yeah, there must be some rule to not go to the ground, because I would assume Akebono would want to take Don Frye to the ground, right? But there must be some rule. Because there's not been a change in strategy or game plan by either one of them.
Yeah. Akebono's strategy is to prevent the hands from getting up to his head as much as possible. So he'll try and get top position. Frye usually goes for underhooks, which Akebono welcomes because he doesn't want Don Frye punching his head.
Exactly.
Both these guys are getting tired. I feel a knockout coming.
I agree. Just waiting for it.
Ooh.
Akebono's coming in very uncontrolled.
Yeah. So what Don Frye can do here is grab the back of the elbow of Akebono and see. There you go. See, he's kind of turning just a tad bit like that. That's all you really need to do is like a push pull. You pull on the elbow and then you push the armpit. You have an underhook on the other side. There you go. Ooh. Right there.
Oh, did he just take him down?
Yeah.
So you were allowed to go to the ground?
Yeah, I guess so.
Wow.
He needs to go for either a key lock or a Kimura here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he still has a minute, so he might be just...
Oh, going for a... So this is a traditional wrestler's choke, north-south type wrestler's choke.
Wow, and he got it. Wow.
Yeah. So sometimes they call that a bulldog choke. When you put your shoulder into their shoulder from the front like that. It's like a north-south bulldog variation.
Very interesting. I wish we could see the camera cut just as Akebono fell.
Yeah, he just kicks him in the lower leg, like right by the calf almost.
Exactly.
Akebono's tired.
Boom.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Yep. Bah. Boom, right there. Yeah,
he waited till he shifted his weight. As soon as his front leg was up, he kicked it out from underneath him.
So like you said, he could have done a key lock here.
Yeah, Americana key lock or a Kimura.
Or Kimura.
But Don Frye's never been one to try and go for submissions.
Yeah, he just wants to pound.
He could trap his arm in his legs very easily. In fact, that's one of the nasty things about a crucifix, a top mount crucifix, is that there's really just no way to go. So yeah,
so
he
just
a little bit of a bulldog
bam,
choke here.
right there. It's his forearm, and then he has the left hand.
Yeah, I would say this is kind of like a guillotine choke, but it's more of a bulldog choke in the sense that he's got his shoulder firmly placed into the Akebono's shoulder. It's so funny because like these things that you would normally chokes that you would normally label typical on a man who's average size, they change kind of when you are fighting someone the size of Akebono.
Exactly.
So this is like a wrestler's choke. Like the only other time I've seen this type of choke is like when Matt Hughes submitted Almeida, I believe it was. It's like a old school bulldog wrestler choke.
Wow. So interesting.
Yeah.
Which is, knowing that they could go to the ground, I'm surprised Akebono didn't try to take him to the ground.
Yeah, no.
Get on top and then just start pounding because you're so much heavier. Wow.
Akebono has no energy left at that point. No gas tank. It's hard, man. Big bodies take a lot of energy to maneuver.
Exactly. Wow. So guys, man, this shows. Just because you're fighting someone bigger, of course, don't try to get into fight with bigger people. But if you have to, you're not always at a disadvantage.
Chop them down.
Yeah. Boom.
If you look at Randy Couture versus Tim Sylvia or Fedor versus Tim Sylvia, those are good examples of how to approach somebody who's just much, much taller.
Okay. Wow. So, lots of great lessons, people.
And watch the rhythm. Yeah, watch how people shift their weight. You know, you can time a jab when people shift their weight. You can time a kick when people shift their weight. As soon as they're slightly off balance or, you know, they don't have control entirely of where they're going to land in terms of their foot placement, it's a great time to strike.
Exactly.
That's why you also have to vary your footwork so that people can't time your footwork.
And they can't predict it. Makes sense.
But Don Frye probably could have taken Akebono down much earlier on, had he just hooked his ankle and then twisted.
Makes sense.
But then you do risk Akebono falling on top of you.
Yeah, and then it's bad. So the winning move right there. Boom.
But do you see how Akebono's hands drop? When Don Frye attacks the legs, Akebono's hands drop. It's a weird instinctual thing where we tend to go towards the last attack. So if you want to really, really...
yeah, you're right. See, he just instinctively dropped his hands, even though he already got kicked in the leg.
So that's why you'll see like elite fighters, what they'll do is they'll go to the body, go to the body, go to the body, and they'll go body head because, the opponent has lowered their hands. And if you want to see a prime example of this, watch the latest Yoel Romero versus Luke Rockhold fight, because Yoel Romero literally punches Luke Rockhold in the knee, and Luke, who had done a great job the entire fight of keeping his lead hand high, which he normally never did. He's usually got a lazy jab, meaning he'll keep his front hand low and then he'll throw it from his hip. He had changed that up since being last knocked out by Michael Bisping, so he was keeping his lead hand high. Yoel Romero punches Luke in the lead knee, and then all of a sudden Luke drops his lead hand out of instinct, and then Yoel ends up going high and knocking him out in a very similar fashion to Bisping.
Wow.
So there you go. Body, head.
Yeah. Body, head. Makes sense. Or head, knee.
Yeah.
Head, body.
Yeah, vary it up. Always vary your attacks. Because if you're just head hunting the entire time, then they'll just be protecting their head the entire time.
Exactly. Wow. This was Fight Commentary Breakdowns. Jerry and Rob.
The great Don Frye.
Don Frye versus Akebono. Don Frye wins.